Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this year, Halloween is on a Wednesday, which means I want to show you guys a whole bunch of looks that you can wear to the office or to work. If you work in a very corporate environment, you can't necessarily show up in full Halloween gear, that you could also wear with a few easy touch-ups. You can go from this to this. With a few quick touch-ups, this can be yours in the bathroom. Super simple. Now, please be kind. I am not an actual makeup artist, so if you think that I'm doing anything wrong, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. I definitely need to learn a little bit more about makeup. Now, all you need is the perfect accessories, and you're ready for a Halloween party.
Alright, so the first thing I do is I put my hair up. And then I'm going to use the It Cosmetics CC Cream and apply that to my skin using a beauty blender. First, I'm going to put this makeup on and then spread it out using a beauty blender. This will help get me an even coverage. Make sure the beauty blender is damp. Now, the one I'm using is actually from the drugstore, but it's the same idea, so you can definitely use a cheaper version and still get the same results. It has the slightly narrow edge, and as you can tell, I definitely need to replace it due to the slight hole near the edge. Now, my foundation is very light, and I'm using the CC Cream as a foundation. Now, just because mine's light does not mean yours is. Next, I'm going to go in with the NYX Color Correcting in this peachy shade to cover up my dark circles. Personally, I find I use this one and another one, and it helps to cover up the dark circles. Now I'm just applying this with my fingers to help it sink into the skin a lot easier. It covers up the pigment of the dark circles and gives me a nice even base. Next, I'm going in with the Born This Way foundation, Born This Way concealer. And I'm just going to apply that under my eyes to make a nice base, as well as to cover a pimple and to fill in some of the enlarged pores I have on my nose. And I'm just going to blend this in with my makeup sponge. Now I'm going to apply powder. I'm using the Pure Translucent Powder and a big fluffy brush, also by NYX, to just set my foundation and concealer to help prevent creasing and any other issues that I might have. This will help set the makeup and create the nice even base that we need. Next, I'm going with the Urban Decay Naked, and I'm going to use the third one from the end in the color, and just put this all over my eyelid to create a sort of base. Now, I am using a flat, fluffy brush, and as you can tell, Sage is coming to join us. Now, this is a medium dark color, so it will show up against my skin. I'm using this as a base just to add some color. Next, I'm going in with the very rich brown, and I'm going to apply that to the crease in a windshield wiper fashion, going from one side to the other. Now, because of my slightly hooded eyes, I am applying it a little bit higher on the crease, than someone would have to if they did not have hooded eyes. The whole point of this look is to define the eyes and have them pop. So this is why I'm using a lot of muted and natural brown colors, which look fantastic with my blue eyes. It also helps to create a very sunken in look that we'll use later for the skeleton. Next, I'm applying the Bad Girl Bang Mascara. I'm just going to apply that to the top lashes. Don't worry if you make a mistake, because I'm pretty sure I make one coming up. And if you do, just fix it, correct it, and move on. Yep, there I go. Slight mistake. I somehow stabbed myself in the eye and then get mascara all over my under eyes. So this just involves a quick touch-up, but it happens. I'm re-adding the powder to help fix my mistake. Now I'm going to use the e.l.f. contour palette. I'm using the brown with the gray undertone to help carve out my cheekbones and my nose. Now I am very new at contour, so I'm doing my best to try to figure out how to do this, and everything that I've looked at says to make a fishy face as I'm doing and to contour the underneath where the jaw meets. Now I'm probably not using the best brush for this since it's creating a very wide contour. And this is definitely not the best shade for my skin since it is really dark. However, this will help later with the Halloween makeup that we're going for. So definitely not an everyday look with this contour, but it still works. Now I'm also going to contour up near my hairline and my nose. So these are some reference photos that I'm using. I have no idea who they're originally by. If you know, please tell me. Now I'm going in with the Hourglass Brow Gel to just define my brows and make them a little bit more neat. But yes, if you recognize those inspiration photos, please let me know. I'd love to be able to tag them below and see what they think of my recreation. Hopefully they like it. Next, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild highlighter. This is a blue one from the Fire and Ice collection that came out over the summer. I personally think that this is fantastic because it's got a very blue pearlescent shine that reminds me of a skeleton. On top of the fact that it's incredibly noticeable, which is what I was going for with this look. Now, I definitely suggest that in the future, if I put on highlight, I would use a thicker brush because although this is perfect for very much packing on eyeshadow, this is not the brush you use to put on highlight. Oh my gosh, that is not the brush you use to put on highlight at all. I need to get some brushes. Luckily, here I am kind of blending it out to make it look less obvious. And not sure how well that blends because it still does not blend very well. So next time, note to self, use a better brush. Again, I'm going in with the Naked palette, and it looks like the color's fawn. It's the medium brown that we used again. And now I'm just going to use it to define the lash line. Now we're going to get into the fun part where my horrible makeup skills don't look as bad. I'm going to use the Craze, I think the color is, from the Naked palette, as well as this black face paint marker. And I'm going to go in and define the contour a little bit better. I'm going to create a line from the hairline to the jaw, following the jaw all the way down to the mouth. I'm also going to define the nose. The highlight here will do really well. What you essentially want to do is you want to start drawing out what would be originally dark and light from a skeleton. The reference pictures will come in really handy here as you try to figure it out. Now I'm going to add some lines to create teeth-like things on my lips. The whole idea again is that you have no skin, so you want to just copy what would be underneath as far as the bone. Just in case you're wondering, blending this out with a beauty blender does not work. Realize that the hard way. Now I'm trying to blend it out and make it a little bit darker with the face paint pen. Eventually I will go in with the eyeshadow, and that's definitely something I suggest for you, is to use a black eyeshadow to help create a better version of this and to blend it a lot better. I would also suggest doing the tip of your nose in black, as it's supposed to not be there in a skeleton. I did not add that, and that's definitely something that I wish I had. Also, so you want to take black, and anywhere that you would have naturally contoured, you're going to add it in with a darker color. The whole point here is that you're physically making a skull on your face, so you don't have to worry about being neat or tidy. This one is a perfect one to start off with for newbie makeup artists like myself, because you can literally still mess it up and people will understand what you're supposed to be. So even if you think you make a mistake, enough people will figure out what you are that you'll figure it out. And this is the finished look.
Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you're excited for the rest of the videos coming out. I have a whole bunch more wearable looks that are easy to transform, as well as a whole bunch of other spooky stuff just in time for Halloween. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you want to follow me and Sage on Instagram, you can feel free. We're at KB Wolf. Thanks, guys. Sage is coming to say hi.